up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com. Intuitive eating. I see a lot of gurus on social media talking about how intuitive eating is superior and you can basically eat what you want, when you want, going by your intuition, by your instincts, and make the best gains of your life, the best fat loss gains of your life without even trying. Do I disagree with this? Do I agree with this? Well, I'll talk about that, but first let's talk about what you need to take every day. That's MTS Nutrition Immortal, the greatest multivitamin pack ever created. Here it is. Go to tigerfitness.com. Now that's tigerfitness.com. Buy it. It comes out to $1 a day. All you need. Anyway, let's get into it. Intuitive eating. So basically, that is going off the premise that the human body knows what it wants. It knows what it needs. And if you instinctively eat, that you will get to your goals. Now, that means that you stop eating when you're not hungry anymore. That means that you, basically what it means is that you're not eating by a schedule. That's one thing, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You might skip breakfast, you might not. You might skip dinner, you might not. If you feel like this food, you eat that food. It's intuitive because it's what your body needs. It goes off your body's instincts. So here's the problem. If you don't measure your macronutrients, you don't know what you're taking in. Now, I know people like the genius Dr. Jason Fung and all those carnivore guys, and they're like, well, you know, calories don't really matter because they put this in a thing and it's an energy thing. And at the end of the day, man, people have been getting lean. People have been getting in great shape for years, and it all involves counting calories. Now, before we had macro counters on our phone, what people would do is they'd switch food sources. For example, bodybuilders, when getting ready for a show, would start with red meat and work their way down to chicken, to tilapia. Now, that doesn't do anything. None of these foods are special. At the end of the day, per 6 ounces of meat, beef will have more fat, chicken will have less fat, and tilapia has very, very low fat, or tuna fish. So we've been doing that. So they're eating the same amount of food. They're just switching out to more less calorically dense food choices. So if you don't measure your macros, if you don't measure your calories, you don't know what to adjust to lose. So if I'm not losing weight, I'm at a sticking point. If I'm measuring my macros, I know, well, why not just cut out about 20 grams of carbs? Maybe cut out about 10 grams of fat. And then boom, you start losing weight. If calories didn't matter, that wouldn't matter. Caloric deficit is everything. And the reason we go by macros, I go by macros. MarcLobliner.com is my coaching site. Be coached by me. I'm awesome. The reason I go by macros is that we want to have certain, if I tell you eat 2,000 calories, people are going to fill it with bullish, right? They're just going to fill it with junk. So what I do is I say, okay, you want 200 grams of protein, 150 grams of carbs, and 80 grams of fat. Then I adjust those up or down. At the end of the day, we're still adjusting calories, but I'm keeping your macronutrients at a level to make you perform better and also to keep more muscle, or if you're bulking, to gain less fat and gain more muscle. So the problem is too, instinctive eating, intuitive eating, whatever you want to call it, women especially, man, they need way less food than they think. I know a lot of people are like, man, I'm eating less than 2,000 calories. I'm in a deficit. No, you're not. From my years and years and years and years and years, I started in 1997 training people, helping with their diets. It's now 2024. Do the math. That's a long time. Okay. At the end of the day, women generally need way less calories than they think. In fact, I'd venture to guess that most females who aren't obese or elite athletes probably need more along the lines of 1,400 to 1,700 calories a day. And very few women have the genetics to put down 2,000 calories. And if you're eating clean foods, 2,000 calories is actually a good amount of food. Someone did this comparison of 1,500 calories from McDonald's to a whole day of eating with 1,500 calories. It was a lot of food with the clean side. McDonald's side, not so much. It was like one meal, with one meal, like Big Mac and fries. And also, let's look at it this way. Americans do intuitively eat. If you're not on a diet, if you're not watching what you eat, if you're not calorically restricting yourself purposely by measuring your food or by making better food choices, we'll get that in a second. Americans do instinctively eat. They wake up, they eat donuts. They instinctively think donuts are the right choice. At lunch, they go to El Torito and get some alcohol and eat all-you-can-eat chips with their friends. At the end of the day, man, the problem is we are intuitively eating and we're becoming intuitively fat. We need to stop intuitively eating. That's the freaking problem here, guys. So the only way to really make this work is by doing something. I think Marc Smelly Bell is the one who really is coined this, is protein leveraging. Basically, you make protein the cornerstone of every meal and you fill in the macros, everything else. So if you come into a meal, you eat a lot of chicken or beef or fish or whatever, and you load up on protein, because protein has more of an anorectic effect, means it helps you not eat as much. Think it anorexia means not eating. Anorectic means appetite suppressing. It also, think about it, there's 4 calories per gram for protein, and there's 9 calories per gram for fat. So by eating more protein, less fat, you're getting more volume of food. And also understand that carbohydrate has that insulin spike, a biphasic insulin spike, not an acute insulin spike, as you'd see with protein. So amino acids have an acute insulin spike to drive the amino acids in the cell, whereas the carbs have biphasic, which means it spikes and then spikes again, causing potential hunger issues and cravings. So yeah, so protein leveraging will help you. So if you do want to do intuitive eating, just know that if you start with protein, fill yourself up with protein, and then maybe have some, rice or whatever afterwards. If I was doing the protein leveraging, I would have protein and veggies. And then if for any reason I crave something or I'm a little bit hungry, I'll have a little snack, like maybe a rice cake or maybe even a snack, maybe even a dessert, whatever fits what you need, right? But I wouldn't make a habit of it. Another way to do it is bro foods. Nobody ever got fat on chicken and apples. No one ever got fat on chicken and sweet potato. People get fat on ultra processed, calorically dense foods, and that's what happens. So if you're eating bro foods, chicken, potatoes, by the way, the most satiating food you could eat, I believe, is boiled potatoes, sweet potatoes, even rice. I'll put that in there. No one got fat eating plain rice. Maybe sumo wrestlers, but I don't know what the hell those guys are doing. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of people, just by adjusting the quantities, can gain weight and lose weight on the same food, beef and rice. Like that's essentially the vertical diet. And then you start, taking away at the amount of rice you eat as you need to cut more calories. Again, every diet that works cuts your calories in some way, whether it's through switching foods, whether it's through whatever. That's how it works. That's how dieting works. I'm sorry. There's no way to eat more calories and lose weight. I know it's like eat more, lose more. It's like, shut up. You need to create a deficit. So your best bet is to track. Tracking your macros is the best, whether you do it through a meal plan, whether you do it, as I explained before, by switching foods as you go, that will naturally decrease your calories. Or you can add in cardio to increase that caloric deficit, because cardio burns calories, which means there's more calories to work with. Whatever it is, you need to create a deficit. Best bet is to track. Even better, if you need my help, you go to marklobliner.com. That's marklobliner.com. I do coaching, and if you think you need to be a competitor, I believe I have damn near 100 clients, somewhere in there. I don't know the count exactly. I got like 3 people competing. So my client list are mostly people just looking to be their best ever, or people who are really, really obese and just want to be healthy and just don't want to not die. And I'm your guy. I'm your guy, marklobliner.com. So at the end of the day, me versus intuitive eating coaches, with me, you check in daily and I give you your macros. I adjust them as needed. You get, new training every week. We undulate, so it's hooked into an app. And intuitive training coaches, what I understand is they pretty much just do calls, and they're basically a psychologist. I'm not here to be your psychologist. I'm not here to be your daddy. I'm here to help you reach your goals. I'm also not going to yell at you. Like if you mess up, not my fault. You know what? That's on you. You need to take accountability for your own actions. So I'm not going to be like, you're never going to reach your goals. Not that guy. I'm just going to help you as long as you want to help yourself. But that's my opinion on intuitive eating. My intuitive eating is different. I eat all clean foods. So while I don't measure macros most of the year, unless I'm competing or getting ready for something, I eat so healthy that for me, the issue is getting in enough food. So even then, intuitively, if I want to get in more food, I just throw in a couple extra outright bars a day, maybe some trail mix, whatever. So I can do that intuitively, but I've been doing this for damn near 30 years. So I was 13 years old. Dieting wise, since I was like 20. So that's that. Let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Do you intuitively eat? But what I do want you to do, if you did watch this video, you enjoyed it, obviously subscribe to this channel. We do really cool stuff here. Like this video. Comment down below. That helps the algorithm. And Be sure to go to tigerfitness.com, support us, buy all your nutritional supplement needs. Again, everything from Insurgent, which is a human studied testosterone booster, 20% increase in total and free test. And of course, MTS Nutrition Immortal, all that other good stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Marc Lobliner. That's not a game. I have this craving for this amazing protein shake. I'm at Sprouts right now. I'm going to pick up all the ingredients, show you what I'm going to get. Number one ingredient, might not have expected this, is these dates. MedJool dates. I'm gonna get a whole pack of these. Next up, bananas. Look at that price, 69 cents a pound for organic. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of these. Next up is almond milk. I've heard good things about this almond milk. Oh man, they got the best stuff here at Sprouts. Next up, I need almond butter. Ha! Might as well get the Sprouts brand right here. Only the best. Almost there. We need some cinnamon. Oh, got some Sprouts organic cinnamon powder right in the basket. Final ingredient, baby. And the most important ingredient, save the best for last. Sprout carries the best. That's why we got to go with the best. We're going to go with Madagascar Vanilla Planta. Look at this. We got 3 flavors to choose from, but today I got a craving for this Madagascar Vanilla Planta right in the basket. Let's go check out. Let's blend this thing up. Y'all ready for this plant-based vanilla date nana shake? Start out with the most important ingredient, that there, Ambrosia Planta. I wish y'all could smell this. It smells so good. We're going to add in 30 grams of banana and 3 pitted dates. Then we're gonna add in a tablespoon of almond butter, half a teaspoon of that there cinnamon. Next up, that milk. Let's go. You gotta try this. Get all the ingredients from Sprouts, everything you need, from dates to almond butter to, of course, Ambrosia Planta.